Hello, everybody. Stop. There's too many people here. Hello, everybody. Defense here, and welcome to another episode here from TekTopia. This is Season 4 with friends, but sadly, we have another scheduling conflict, so Sean and Max will not be joining for today's episode. But as you can see, I have a lot of friends. I don't know what happened. I came in and saw a bunch of nomads take damage, and now there's like 40 of them. This isn't the first time it's happened either. This is the second time, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is the second time it's happened, and I don't know what causes it. So if you guys know what causes it, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, or if this has been happening to you, also feel free to share said bits. But yeah, we have a couple of things we're going to do today. So as per usual, when the guys aren't here, we're going to try and not do like big builds and stuff like that. So today I'm going to work on some paths and our farm plots. So if you remember last episode, right at the end, our farmer went all the way over there and started getting eaten by a zombie. And yeah, we don't want that to happen. Because, well, you know, it's kind of bad for that to happen. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set up some stuff over here. And if you guys have seen a series I've done in the past on a game called Banished, or if you've played Banished yourself, there is, I think it's a few modded buildings that'll have docks that go down into the water and they grow stuff on them. And that's what we're going to end up doing for our farms. So what I'm going to do real quick is I want to get some bits together, because I just actually looked at my inventory when we opened it and I don't have everything I need. And yeah, so we're going to quickly take care of that. I'm going to grab some stuff and then I'm going to show you guys what we're talking about here. And I'm thinking I'm going to put in 3, maybe probably 2. I think we're going to do 2 because I want to do a little bit of this walkway today as well, and a couple other decorative bits along this area here. So as I said, let me collect up a couple more items and I will be right back with yous. Okay, so we're ready to go now, guys. We are just going to throw these down real quick. These are going to end up getting chiseled. I'm just not going to chisel them directly at the moment because they're not what I'll just put it on top. They're not what is important. What is important is actually just getting everything built up and designed. So one of the things I want to do is try and make it so that they will more commonly use the pathways. So in areas like this, I think we're going to try and dig it out so that we get more water flowing in towards the edges of these, just to make it, I don't know, look a little bit more lived in, a little bit more related to what's going on, if that makes sense. That's at least my plan. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But yeah, so I have started turning a lot of this into gravel. If you guys have seen it in the past, it's not all gravel. But this is the last of my gravel, because we were using gravel to make concrete, to do a lot of that stuff. And actually we even used some over there. So that's why we have a little bit of that, and why we don't have as much as I'd really like to have. And we're going to end up needing a bunch of it. So that's going to be the plan here. I do want to continue to have sugarcane for our farmer to harvest in a lot of these spots. So on these little outlets like this, we're looking to do gravel, and then just in a couple of areas, just so that we have sugarcane around, we are going to end up putting sand, which I think will look very nice. Oop, I need to eat some food. And for this next part, okay, I do still have the dirt word. I can't remember what block I was going to use, but let's do right here. So I need to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. My axe is lower than I thought. But this is, so as I said, this is based on some builds that I had seen in Banished. And if you haven't seen it, by the way, Banished is a really fun medieval, Dark Ages kind of survival town builder, is the best way I can describe it. There's probably a better way to describe it, but that's how I've described it. So if that is a game you guys enjoy, feel free to check it out. I have done a series in the past. If I remember to, I'll try and put it in the little iCard thingy in the top right there so you guys can see it. But we're not too worried about that at the moment. What we are going to do is I want to get this. 1, 2... Let's see, what size do I want? I did play around with these in the in a test area. So let's go, that'll make it 3. So let me check if this will work. I have a little bit of dirt just to test this here, because building it and then building it where you actually want it are, you know, very different. Sorry. Thought I heard something next to me. Boom, boom. You guys probably didn't hear it, but I can hear it. And it's driving me kind of insane. So I think this will be good enough. Yeah, we'll just do that. And it's gonna look like a little dock. These are gonna stick out a bit farther just because I have it going down so many steps. But I think, as I said, I think it'll look cool. The other upside to it is these will be considered... oh, I put my hoe away. I meant to keep that. I did clear out my inventory a little bit more. But yeah, these here will all be considered near water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So I can do up to 6 across because I have this edging on the side, and that'll still make it so that the water will still affect it. But I'm only doing it this wide because I think it'll kind of look a little funky if we go any bigger. And I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we will go 6 this way. As I said, it'll still fill it from the side, so it won't really matter. And we're going to stick with our standard cluster of woods on this, because I think it'll look nice. Boom, 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 and boom. Let me just chop this out. 1, 1, and 1. So I'm actually just gonna go bloop, 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 blop, bleep, bloop. Whoop. That'll happen sometimes when you're building like this. But I think that'll look nice. And then, let me see, where did I put my hoe? I think I threw it in the ender chest over here. There's so many of these dudes walking around. It's crazy. There's my hoe. And then, do I have any of my seeds, or are they way back over there? Oh, we can get some potatoes in the ground. We'll make this one potatoes. Why not? Yeah. But yeah, as I said, everything will be kept moistured. It's definitely a correct term, and I'm just not remembering it. Yoink. I should have more than enough to get it done. I always like doing the every other just to be safe. But yeah, that'll keep it... Oh, I had 1 left. So that'll keep it nice. And also, the villagers won't jump anywhere near here, so there's no risk of them plopping on the plants at all. And then the other thing that I am considering doing is right here. Whoop. I don't know how this is going to look, because as I said, when you see it in the game, everything's a lot closer. Oh, wow, I forgot how fast you run out of breath. In Banished, everything looks... It's sized a little differently. So it does fit in a different way, but... I do like it, and the only downside is we are in 1.12, so you cannot waterlog slabs. We could fill those in. I don't know how well that's gonna look, but I do like this bit here in the way it is, so we're gonna do that. Change out this guy. We're probably gonna end up running out of air before we finish this. Yoink. But it is 1.12, so we instantly gain our breath back. And then, yeah, we'll put another one here. But yeah, this is what we're thinking. We're going to eventually add a little bit more decoration to the area. It's just as we grow the village, more and more decorative bits will happen. That's just crazy to see. I keep looking up and seeing it, and I just... It boggles my mind. It's boggled. But yeah, so I'm going to do like 1 there. And I'm thinking of having another one like over here. And I want them on the inside. I considered doing them in the cove right here, but that is very much, in my opinion, not really how you do it. Because this is don't get me wrong, it's kind of protected, but it's not entirely. It is still just an open bay, whereas these are kind of like a pond, if that makes sense. And I think that works a bit better. I actually want to go grab some quick sleep. I know I really shouldn't sleep because my villagers' mood won't really increase. But neither of them are here, and I don't know where they are. So actually, you know what? Let me see. Can I see my vills at all? There's one right there. I don't see where mine are. Okay, there's one there. And the other one seems to be stuck. Every once in a while, they will get stuck like this. And I don't know what's going on. Their pathfinding just kind of goes blurp. But if you give them a little nudge, they're just like trying to walk but can't. I don't know. We'll let her do her thing. But yeah, honestly, the other one is the one I care more about. And that over there should be pretty good on the mob proofing because it has multiple of the mob torches. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and let this villager here get a little bit back because she was very hurt from that experience. And yeah, her happiness is 0. So I want to wait until she goes to bed and then we will go to sleep. Hopefully we can keep our other one from getting attacked. But yeah, the place is starting to come together, and I'm really liking it. Yeah, we've got some spawns over there. And as I said, we've got a torch there, a torch over under there, and a torch in there. And then one right here. So we'll play around with that. But yeah, I'm going to wait through the night. I'm not going to make you guys watch because that kind of just gets, you know, boring because we're not actually doing anything right now. So give me a quick moment. I'm going to gather up some more stuff, build out a little bit more of the pathway, and then get set to line up the next the next farm. So I actually snagged 2 nights of sleep for these guys during that little cut there, and this one just, it's she starts to get happy and then just not happy anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make it, I know visiting having a tavern is the best way to bring their happiness back up, but we are just gonna leave it at that and just make it so they don't work. But looking at this, she had gotten down to like 13, 14 as well, and every night she's gaining a ton of happiness back, and she actually has less happiness now than when she went to bed. I think she was at like 16 when she went to bed, and now she's higher. I have given them, the only food that I have in there for them is currently golden carrots, which is pretty high on the happiness factor for them. I should make cookies, but I don't think, actually no, I do have everything to make cookies, I'm pretty sure. So I may end up making some cookies for them a little later just to help boost their happiness. Oh, those are on the wrong height. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. I was trying to figure out why this was messed up. Why it wasn't lining up right, and I switched it so that this was a 1 instead of a 2. So I think what we're going to do is, I don't have my lumber axe, so I'm going to have to quickly do it by hand. And that way, this should now line up. So if I just put, a piece of dirt there. Boom. And there we go. Now we should line up at the correct height. Word. So I'm going to do, I think we'll do the same thing. We'll go out like that. Because that's the upside to these. So in past series that I've done, I've made it so that's actually pretty big farms, whereas I think what we could do here is, because we don't have a large amount of flat space, we'll just do stuff like this and have more of them rather than having just big farms. I think that's a good way to do it. 3, 4, 5. So we can have them a bit smaller just to make them look nice, and we'll be able to carry them on out and balance it out. As I said, I am kind of bummed about the water issue there. I may end up making them full blocks. I am currently undecided on that. I don't know. The full blocks don't look as good to me at least. So I don't really want to use them, but at the same time, this doesn't look as good either. So it's kind of a, you know, a conundrum. You know, I have to make a choice, and I am open to what you guys have to say in the comments down below. So do let me know if you guys have any ideas on it, because it'd be very much appreciated. Because as I said, I don't really know what I want to, what we want to do with it. So if we could waterlog it, it'd be fantastic. But as I said, this is 1.12, not 1.16. I'm gonna start dying. Come on, finish breaking. I should have just made an axe. There we go. I get to live. Alright, and then last but not least, we can put that one right there. Boom. And yeah, that is the second farm done. I think I made this one wider and shorter, or it might be just as wide. No, it's a bit wider. Just to see, just to have a little bit of variance. You know, nobody wants to be looking at the same stuff all the time, so it'll be nice to have, and we'll be able to get all of the planks in on all of this in just a moment, but I do want to get a little bit of food in my stomach, and then a little bit of wheat planted. Boom. So let's take this guy out, and that goes 1, 2, 3. Yep. And we're just gonna leave that. You'll obviously won't be able to see that once we get the planks in. So let's actually do that right now. Boom, boom, and is it this one? Pine, iron, fir. And there we go. Whoop, I just missed these ones. But yeah, I think it's really gonna start coming together, and that's one of the things I like the most about this journey map. Actually, it doesn't show you individual colors because this is just seen as a specific block. But you do start to get bits going. You know, you've got the roof here, which actually looks really cool. I like the roof, the way it looks there. And you'll be able to start seeing more and more stuff pop up. We are hoping... It's funny, you just see a cloud right here. We're probably going to end up tearing these 2 slime islands down in the near future. I don't know when, but at some point they will definitely get torn down. But yeah, I think what we're going to do next is throw all of this stuff in, just to have this set and finished so we can make it look a little bit better. Whoop, that's wrong. And yeah, this is bottom slabbed. It's just so it fits right on top of that, and I don't have to do any crazy chiseling, because I don't mind chiseling, but at the same time it does get pretty tough sometimes chiseling just to fit, you know. So like we did it over there because we didn't really think about it when we were doing the building, which ended up being kind of a problem. But here I don't really need it, so we're just not going to do it. But it does look nice. They're going to fit right to the top of those pillars. I may end up changing them out for walls, or I may just make those a bit smaller or rounded. I am undecided. We'll play around with that in just a little bit to see which looks better. That is pine. And there we go on that. Oh, we gotta get the stairs done. Yeah. So as I said, it's really gonna start coming together, and it's gonna help us out with a lot more stuff and kind of keep everything, I don't know. I keep wanting to say lived in, but it's, you know, it'll eventually get to that point. Okay, I think having the 2 of these will be nice. I kind of want to put in a 3rd, but I don't know where I want to put it. Because I was thinking straight off of here, but that does limit us on sugarcane, but there is plenty of space to put sugarcane, and I can always add more. And speaking of that, I know I said I was going to put the sugarcane here. I'm going to have to put like steps that come down. Actually, we can do that right now. Let me grab some of the block craftery stairs. I think I have, yep, I have some right here. And I have some walls. We'll have to see how this is going to look. I may end up using trapdoors on the side as well, just for looks. But yeah, this one's going to be just a quick little stair that goes down the side here. Actually, I don't really even... I was going to make it look fancy, and now I'm like, eh. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have it go the other way. So we're going to have this guy, and then that. I think that'll look better. And then we'll give it a second one of those. Boom. And that'll just be how they'll get up and down to harvest this stuff, which I think will look pretty nice. Are they in their house? I don't see them, so I'm going to assume they're in their house. But yeah, so let me get a little bit of this cleaned up. I'm going to look at it and see if I want to try and squeeze in a third one somewhere. But I am undecided on what we're going to do on that. So as I said, let me I'm going to let them get some sleep, and then I will see you guys once they've finished doing that. Okay, we can all rejoice now. They are happy. I let them sleep the whole night, and it seems like it helped. And I know once they're in bed, you can technically sleep, and they should still gain happiness. But I let them sleep through the whole night, and she gained a ton more happiness. So she was back up to like 47, if I remember correctly. And it was nice. So they're all good. And then they are back to work. I set them to only work potatoes and wheat. And I might not have them work the wheat just because this area over here is all mob infested. Especially like late at night and early in the morning. And I don't want to run the risk of her taking damage again. So we're going to have to play around with that. But at the same time, I may end up doing some a little bit of mining to try and find some more diamonds. And a little bit of gold so that we can make up more of those special torches. But I don't know yet. We'll have to figure it out as we go. And oh, actually, I forgot about it. Well, it was night. I was playing around with some lighting, and I decided that I think we're going to end up doing this for the lighting. And we're going to have to go, so one. What I'm thinking is every other. Just because I think it looks a bit better. I was worried how it's going to look on this little bit of a curve. But we'll... Well, I fell. That is the only problem, is when you fall. But that's the reason why we've got this little bit over here. I've actually got to make sure they do sugarcane again. I did turn off sugarcane earlier. But yeah, this will be pretty nice. So we've got that one, this one, and this one. And I think it's going to look a bit better in these areas here where it's not touching the ground. But I'm not 100% sure. It's a very simple light setup. I actually haven't shown this to Sean and Max yet. So we may keep this. We may end up changing it. It's just an idea that I had and thought, hey, I'll throw it down real quick. Just to help, one, make the area look a little bit brighter. And two, to keep mobs from spawning in case we are outside of the protection of the giant torches there, the mega torches. But I did, as you can see, just run out. So we're kind of stuck like that. I think the spacing is nice. It does real good. I initially tried them up a little higher. I didn't like it. So I think that height will be good. And then I don't know what we're doing with ground level paths. I was toying around with the idea over here with doing it like this so that we always have a built path. You know, this will come along up into here, and then it'll dip down to meet over with that. And then this would be... This could either be raised, which it probably won't. I think it'll just stay on this dirt. And then same thing, this here will just drop down to the dirt. Or it may continue across and then up and up. We are kind of undecided. We're going to have to play around with a bit more of that to kind of get those decisions made. But the path there, we are a bit undecided on. Ooh, I'm not going to grab any new vills, but I am curious. Nope. And what do you offer? You're probably offering, yeah, it's going to be max prices on all this stuff. So we are going to have to get 2 more of these beds in. I'm thinking we might be able to sneak one in here because I do want to put this across, and we'll probably be able to sneak a farm here and a farm here. So that'll be like carrots and beetroots, which will be very nice. But I don't know. But I am very happy with this. I actually want to... What's that? Oh. F3 end, forgetting that we're in 1.12 and not 1.14. I do like it. I wanted to keep the tree because I feel these trees do very well. These little ones here, like this one. Probably not this one because it is just a pretty standard one, but the ones that, you know, will make them look a little bit more beat up. Maybe change the angle a bit so it looks like they are a bit more windswept. I think that might end up looking a bit better. Yeah, like these ones here that have the random bunches of leaves, I think may look a bit better in the area. But I don't know how many trees I want to put in, because obviously you're not really going to get a lot of trees here because it's just going to be wind sweeping through this all the time. But I do think it looks good, and I like having the little sandy patches. I'll probably add in a couple of more. This inner edge here, I'm probably going to do a bit more sand because it'd all just be flowing in. So there'd be a lot more sand here, and that area there would be a little bit sandy, but it would be more of the gravel, I think, personally. So we'll play around with that. But yeah, seeing this this villager here up and working is very nice. I'm very happy with that. See, it'll go to creative mode, but it doesn't go to... Oh yeah, I think it used to only go one way, and then they fixed it so you could go... Okay, well, ignore my brain. I'm trying to remember the differences between 1.12 and 1.16. And look at that. They were kind of unhappy with their task, but they will get to work now. Oh, actually, while we're over here, let's switch them back over to sugarcane as well. And I will handle... Oh, well, me, Sean, and Max will handle all of the hoeing for the time being. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's... may end up being a little bit of a shorter episode, guys. I do apologize, but I'm trying to make progress. I'm trying to get stuff done without making too much progress on the series without the other two guys. So, as I said, sorry if it is a bit short, but I'm pretty happy with what we got done, and I want a little bit more feedback before I do more of that across the island. So please do let me know what you guys think in the comments down below on what you think. So, again, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed, and hope you have a nice night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. This is some defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.